Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for February 2016. This month, I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you would like to get videos I've recorded for love connections and directions for each sign of the Zodiac psychic reading for 2016, you can access those for download and purchase by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, or you can go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, go to the videos tab on my menu and click on page 4, and there you will see the love connections and directions psychic reading for each sign for 2016 links. You just click on your link and it will take you to my Vimeo video on demand page for those readings, and you can download and purchase them. And I like to say here, if you have had any purchases in the past or future video purchases, you have any issues of any kind that you're experiencing, please contact support@vimeo.com, write to them, because I have no access to your personal information. I don't have access to your accounts or anything to do with your purchases. So if you have any problems, I am not able to troubleshoot them for you. So please contact Vimeo and they will definitely help you out. I want to thank you so much. You've been a great help to me, and I appreciate your support in purchasing these videos. And I also want to thank you for all the positive emails, private emails, and comments I've received about these videos. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. Now, all that being said, on to the mid-month Psychic Tarot update. So the first sign that I'm looking into today is Aries. And the first card that you have that showed up here today, Aries, you have the Moon. And the Moon is a card to me that symbolizes secrecy and deception in romance. It can also indicate just things that are secretive. And this card can also mean heightened psychic ability and intuition, like that increasing and picking up. I feel like Aries are kind of going through a constant struggle or battle of wills. And this could be internal in you. You could be feeling like you're struggling with yourself, but I'm getting like some kind of feeling of battle of wills here. Some of you, I feel, don't feel secure about the position you're in some situation or circumstance, and you're feeling very unsure, like not feeling like you have that stable, firm sense of security. I hear there's like a real learning lesson to be had here. There's a lot of lessons being learned, and I know nobody wants to hear that they're having karmic lessons or lessons, but I'm sorry, they are talking about that. So I feel some of the things you're going through and have been struggling with internally, any kind of push-pull or conflict feeling that you've had going on inside of you, is actually because you're working through karma and you're solving things and you're learning lessons. I feel that some of you are getting ready to release some kind of really good project or plan out into the universe or out into the ethers, and that this is going to do really well for you and be very lucrative for you. I feel if any of you have had a lot of things on your table or on your plate about like any kind of settlement of any purchasing of property or any lawsuit settlements or divorce settlements or any deals that you've been waiting for to come through and push through, I feel that that's the energy that's coming up right now, but I feel it's getting ready soon to be settled. I feel a lot of you Aries would like to make some more money, and I see money being on your mind, and I feel that you're pretty determined to get it. Like I see your drive kicking up, like, okay, I'm determined to get that. So I do feel you're going to be making strides to bring in more income and increase your income in some way. So the second card you have of the two Aries for this mid-month, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes financial stability and abundance behind you, and you being at peace and contentment with your life. I feel some of you Aries are doing some kind of educating yourself or working on yourself and how to train yourself and educate, like train your mind. I get like, so maybe you're trying to train yourself about something, because I'm getting train your mind. I do feel you're going to hear some word of mouth gossip that's going to come by and be whispered into your ear. And I feel that you're going to be surprised about what you hear. I really feel this may take you off guard, and you may want to try to verify it to make sure that it's true, because sometimes gossip is not legitimate. So you have to be careful of that. But I do see something really surprising you that somebody is going to say to you quite soon, between now, the end of this month, and even into March. So it's between now and the end of March, I feel somebody's going to surprise you. I feel some of the lessons you've been going through is love, compassion. And you may say, I'm not in a love relationship or anything like that. It doesn't matter. That even not being in one somehow is teaching you these lessons. So it's a lot of lessons in love and compassion. I feel you're going to finalize some kind of deal or contract, and I see you stabilizing your finances because of that. And for some of you, this deal and contract, I feel, gets signed at the end of this month. I do feel you're trying to get over some kind of past hurt, and I see it as water under the bridge, and you are trying to forgive and forget. And I really see you trying to put some kind of hurt or something behind you, because that forget word is just so emphasized. Like you want it to be water under the bridge and just forgotten. I also see a surprise availability coming up for you. So something that you've been waiting to become available to you that was closed off before, or you never saw any action in it. I get now it's like something is becoming available to you. So you just have to figure out, it was something you wanted to see happen. It was something that you were waiting for, or maybe thought the opportunity was lost. Just know this, and I see it becoming something becoming available to you. And the next sign I'm looking into is Taurus. And the first card you have that showed up here for you, Taurus, is the World. And the World is a card to me that symbolizes being in control, having control given to you even. It could be the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to work together to give you control. I feel there's going to be a really long-lasting impression that you're going to make on someone. I do feel that you're in the mode of trying to figure things out. I feel like you're in a very investigative, discovering kind of mode. If you work in researching and developing, I hear it's taking a turn for the better, or anything to do with research and development is taking a turn for the better for you. There's been some like favorable turn here. You may be lashing out at somebody and reading them the riot act for someone that may have taken something from you and taken credit for it, like taking some piece of work or something that you did and then taking credit for it. Or they could be like taking some kind of an account away from you, or something that you were supposed to get that was important. I just see you lashing out at somebody that kind of messed with something important for you. If there's been a recent change in management at the place where you work, I hear it's going to be an awesome change, a wonderful change, because I feel there's a wonderful new manager coming in. So think on that. If any of you Tauruses have seen like a changing of the guard at your place of business, and a new group of people have come in, and maybe you have a new manager, I feel you're going to have really good luck there with that manager. I do feel that you're going to be receiving a lot of compliments and accolades for something you've done. I'm seeing you receive praise and compliments and things like that. This could, for some of you in a job-related sense, if this is occurring, could increase your money, because I'm getting some of you get a raise or a bonus or some kind of little increase because of this, why you're getting this praise and accolades and compliments. It's actually going to be helpful to you, especially if it's coming to you in a work-related sense. And I do hear again the words new management, new staff, and in training. Those are words that they link together there. So on to the second card for mid-February, you have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is a card that symbolizes a air sign person. This would either be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Pages can often be children. But they can also be adults, so I have to see what's going on here. You may have pushing and controlling issues with this person. There may be some push-pull, back and forth kind of issues or feelings with this Page of Swords. He may be giving you a run for the money, or he or she may be giving you a run for your money and maybe trying to like pull some wool over your eyes or hornswoggle you out of some kind of money, or, you know, like something. There's something going on here that's like, I feel like it's a little bit manipulative and a little deceptive. I'm not saying this is a bad person, but, you know, I feel like they have some kind of angle at the moment. You have to watch this person of what they say and match it up with how they act, and you're going to see their words and their actions do not match. So I feel this is going to be a telltale to who you know this is. For some of you, this is your son or daughter. For some of you, this could be a longtime friend or sibling. There's a real reality check coming in here, and either you or this Page of Swords may have to come up with some money to put on a down payment for something like a house or a security deposit for an apartment or school. I just get having to come up with money for something, and it feels like a down payment or a deposit. I feel this Page of Swords increase their finances and their spending. Now, so they're linked to you in some way. So the fact that their increases in their finances, in their own finances, are increasing, but so is their spending, is what they're saying. I feel the reason that this page is showing up here is because you're going to have some multiple issues that you're going to be dealing with this page. I'm not saying they're all overboard or horrific or horrendous, but you are going to have some multiple things that are coming up. It's not a one-note situation with this page. There's a couple things going on here. I feel you're going to start looking at this Page of Swords like somebody that always learns their lessons the hard way. So, I don't know. It seems like it's more their problem and their issue, but because they're connected to you, this could also be creating some, you know, contention for you, I guess is the right word. So I hope that was of help to you, Taurus. Please stay tuned for the beginning of March for the longer readings. Now on to Gemini. And the first of the two cards that showed up for you, Gemini, actually they both fell out of the deck. You have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes a spiritually bound relationship. This is often love. Sometimes it can be other relationships other than love. But first and foremost, it's a soul connection here. And this is divinely ordained, fate, meant to be kind of relationship here. It's very often romance. I feel that I hear working together in harmony with this person. I wonder if you're going to meet them through work if you're single. I don't know. A long-standing love affair is about to be embarked on. So, I mean, it could turn to marriage, but right now it's coming up as a long-term love affair. I feel there's going to be a slow warming up to each other. For many of you, this is a new relationship. I hear it's going to confuse you a little bit in the beginning. For both of you, but I'm not really sure why you're feeling it confusing. But then I get it like matures and ages like fine scotch in a barrel. Like it's going to come out and end up being this really, warming up, close-knit and tight relationship, but for some reason it is a little confusing in the beginning. I do feel, for those of you who are single, and you meet this person, I feel that you are going to feel like this is destined, meant to be. You're going to have that kind of feeling like, wow. And also a feeling of connectedness, like you've known them before from a previous life, and that you're just doing something over again, because I see it takes this it does take a spiritual toll. Like you can feel the spiritual connection in the relationship. It's not imaginary or illusionary. It's real. You can feel it. For some of you, you may find yourself having to travel back and forth between two places to see this person. That can happen too. I do feel it's a on the go kind of relationship. I hear it's always moving. So I feel that can be in a couple of senses. In some ways it could always be moving because emotions and things could always be moving. But I feel more they're talking about moving because you guys do a lot of things together, and initially I don't feel you're in the same location. So you may be traveling back and forth to see each other. And I do feel in the relationship you're going to travel a lot together. So that's what I feel they're talking about in regard to moving. I do feel like it's a really star-studded romance. I know that's a funny way to put it, but I feel like the way they said that, it means the stars have something to do with it. Like your astrological charts match or are at the perfect right place, right time, right people. That's what I feel. So look at the other card. Now here you have King of Cups. Maybe this King of Cups is your partner. This King of Cups would symbolize to me a water sign male. This would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be a female. Don't let it throw you if the message doesn't sound like it makes sense to you, that it's a male card showing up. If you are single, I feel that you will marry this King of Cups. Or it's, again, they repeat a phrase, long-standing romance. That's going to occur. I feel that you're going to be hammering out the details, every inch, everything that you need to hammer out and plan out. I see the two of you hammering out all the details. I feel that this King of Cups has felt kind of lonely and maybe a little lost for a while. So maybe they've been single a long time, but I'm feeling like they felt that way for a while. I feel like they've been looking for somebody or hoping they were going to meet their, significant other that's meant to be. I feel that you're going to warm up to each other really easily because I feel that you share some real strong passions and interests. Like if you like animals, he's totally into animals. If you're somebody that's really into nature or rock climbing or backpacking and hiking or whatever it is you like, it could be, traveling around and going to wine cellars and making wine. Whatever this is, the two of you have interests that are very similar. So I see you being able to get along really well in that regard. Commonalities is the word they just used there. You may be working with him on some project. Maybe you're going to hire him to do something at your house or her, you're hiring him or her. Or you could be, they could come into the place where you work for some reason and or be a new hire or do business with you in some way, because I do feel, it's not going to be the case for all of you, but I do feel that some of you make this connection through a work or work-related or business endeavor of some sort. I feel that's the connection. So I hope that message was helpful to you, and on to see what's coming up for the sign of Cancer. And the first of the two cards I have for you, Cancer, is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes the Miser card. This card can indicate holding on protectively to your finances and also anything that you feel is valuable, even emotions. I feel that your world at some point, maybe recently, got turned upside down and then got turned right side up again. And I feel that there was a lot of situations and things going on around you that seemed complicated. And they could have had some entanglements to do with finances. I do feel that some of you Cancers were working really hard to achieve some specific goal or aim, and I do feel that you actually did achieve it. I do feel that you feel very proud and proud of your accomplishment, because I see you taking a step back and admiring your work, whatever it is that you created. So I see you having pride in this accomplishment as well. I feel that you need to lighten up the load, loosen up the load and lighten up the burden, and hand some reins or responsibilities over to someone else. Like, I don't feel you can shoulder all these things and responsibilities. I feel like you have too many. So if you can get a friend, a daughter, a son, a sibling, anyone that can, or a coworker, depending on what area it's about, that can help you with some of the responsibilities and details and all the things that you have, because I feel like you're kind of overloaded. That's what I feel, like you're taking on too many burdens and responsibilities right now. I feel you may be working with somebody that helps you straighten out some kind of, like if you've had any complications with your finances, like debt, or if you were bankrupt, or you had anything like that that was a problem, like income tax, maybe you owed and it was complicated, or your taxes are complicated. I feel you getting somebody to help you with it, help you organize it, straighten it out, get things in order, lining everything up. I feel that you get somebody to assist you with that. So the second of the two cards, and by the way, Cancer, both of these fell out of the deck for you. I didn't even have to cut the deck in half. You have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is a card to me that says you're having to make a decision or a choice between two things. It could be about money. It could be a choice between two people, two jobs. But this card can also symbolize weighing your options. It can also mean that. I do see you relying on someone's smarts and wits about a particular area to help you. And again, I feel it's either has to do with investing or finances or organizing, that kind of thing with you and or for you. If you were a Cancer that had legalities or issues involving legalities circling around you, I do feel you're going to have some results that will be coming up in your favor in that regard. I do feel that you realize that small things and details do matter, and I see you taking out things that may be of value that you had, which is kind of funny. It's not coming up with the Four of Pentacles, but it's coming up with this one, where you are going to maybe selling some of these things. And these are things of value. They may be small, they may be large, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. But I see you selling off some things that definitely have some value. If you're someone that's spent too much time alone, I do see you getting out and about and socializing, or socializing more comes up here. Some of you are going to be writing a tell-all book, and I get like a real rags to riches story. Now, that could be your story. Maybe you are a rags to riches story, or it could be someone famous or someone you've had an interest in that's a public figure. That's a rags to riches story, and you're going to write it and tell it. Now, that's very specific and not going to apply to all of you. Some of you may have had difficulty last month, and your reality may have come crashing down upon you about losing a dear friend. Maybe somebody recently passed. It could be, somebody that was a relative or someone close to you like that. But I do get it would have already happened recently, either last month or the month before. It is coming up here. So I'm sorry to hear that for you, Cancer. I wish you all the blessings and peace with that, because I know grief can be very difficult. So hopefully you have great things that are going to happen when we move forward in this year. So now on to the sign of Leo. The first of the two tarot cards that you have, Leo, for the mid-month of February 2016, you have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes, this is the card of the apprentice. This card symbolizes learning a new craft, learning a new skill. It could be starting a new job, starting a new business or enterprise, and gaining financial rewards from that, because 8 is a number that attracts money to you. I feel like you've been really put through the paces at work, and I feel that you've really had to pour a lot of energy into your work and keep your nose to the grindstone, and like just pouring I see a lot of focus, concentration, drive, and energy being poured into your work. I feel there's a relatively simple procedure that for some reason takes a really long time to complete and do. And I feel that you're going to figure out a way, or revolutionize a way, or start doing and using a way to cut through all that long, winding red tape and get to do this more quickly, whatever this is. I feel like you might be coming into some conflict with some people that are butting heads with each other. There may be, it could be conflicts over religion, religious beliefs or conversations. Some of it could also be political beliefs and conversations. And I feel that, and also gossip comes up here around it. So I don't know that you're directly involved. I feel you're on the peripheral of it. I do feel that in some way you get involved in it slightly, but I just know I see this going on around you. So it's kind of like bickering and badgering, I feel. But I don't really feel it's coming at you directly, but I feel you're hearing it. I feel you're on the fence on certain positions, because I feel you're like having trouble discerning what is right and what's wrong in some particular situation. And for some reason for you, it's not really black and white. Like I feel sometimes you feel a particular situation is wrong, and then you think about it and you're like, well, maybe it's right. So I see you divided or having some kind of confusion over something where the issue of what's right and what's wrong is putting you in a weird position, like sitting on the fence in some way. So the next card you have here, Leo, you have the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes someone deceiving you, lying to you, deceiving you, or stealing something from you. It could be your identity, your thoughts, your ideas, your work, a lover, a spouse, money, anything, car. I know anything could be stolen, but this card can also mean deception. I feel that you are finally breaking through some kind of chain or string of lies that someone has told, I don't know if they've just told you only, but you've heard it. It's come at you, possibly come at other people too, connected to you. And I see you breaking the chain of it. So to me, I feel like you crack the code, or you break the case wide open and say, this is a load of nonsense, and so I feel like you somehow break the chain of this. I feel that the thing you cracked the case open on, the person had ulterior motives for things that they were doing or saying out there. That was the string or chain of lies. I feel they had ulterior motives here. You may be so agitated about this that you kiss off this relationship and cut it off or kiss it goodbye. And I say this, though, I don't get the feeling from most of you that this is a love partner. This does not feel like romance to me. It just doesn't. Also, too, if you work at a place where your employer is like a big gas bag, they're saying, I feel like you're going to leave that job, because I see you feeling like somebody is like a big gas bag, blowhard, like, I don't know. I just see it's maybe bully, like it's a weird situation. I feel that's a situation you're going to end up walking away from and leaving, because I see you getting on a train. I see you getting on a train and leaving that situation. So I hope those messages made sense to you, Leo. If they did not, then please be sure to tune into your rising sign or moon sign, and also stay tuned for March because the readings are quite a lot longer than this update. So now on to see what's going on with Virgo. And the first of the two cards that came up for you here today, Virgo, you have the World. And the World is a card to me that symbolizes the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to help give you control. It's a card of control, either having it, gaining it, wanting it, but I believe it's coming to you. I feel that Virgos are receiving a lot of messages in their dream state. That seems to be happening right now at this point in time. I also feel that you're really learning a lot of things right now. You may be taking classes. This could be about metaphysical subjects, because I really see you paying attention also to signs, like you're really taking strong recognition of signs. I do feel that some things in your family life has been improving. I feel that you've done a lot to lift some people up in your family and get them up and out the door and moving. So I feel that you're like a driving force behind a lot of people, a lot of family members around you, where you're the motivator, you're the driving force behind them. I feel that some of you are going to be entering a contest and winning. I've gotten that for Virgos before. You're one of the signs I get that for. I swear, it's weird. But I get that you could be going on a boat. This could be a cruise, or maybe that's what you're going to win. But I get winning something and then going on some kind of boat. Wow, this is going to make a long-lasting impression on you. And I feel like it's a surprise. And I feel that it gets like noticed, like it makes people happy, or it's recognized, you know. It's going to make you really happy and make you smile. That's what they're talking about. If you were somebody looking for a job, or your job was only part-time, I feel that some of you are going to be receiving a permanent position. They're talking about that. I do see you working hard to achieve some goals or aims, and I do see you finally being awarded or rewarded for that. So again, I feel if you were out of work, or if you were hoping to get promoted, or you wanted a full-time position, I do see those things happening, all of that. So now let's see what's in your second card. You have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles has come up here before with these readings today. And this is having to make a decision or a choice. This card can indicate having to make a choice about money. It could be between two things. It can also signify weighing your options. It could be a choice between two jobs, two people, anything. I hear you're learning a lot about how to live and let live, and also how to let go. Money is going to be good in your pocket right now. I feel that you're going to be riding high on the wave of success. If this has not happened to you yet, don't fret. I feel it will be happening soon. I feel that you're going to be taking something out into the public, and you're going to be offered some kind of spellbinding contract or deal. I feel that you're going to be walking very proud and tall. I see you quite regal and sophisticated, holding your head up. I feel that you have some achievement that's happened and is been coming to you, and I see your finances improving, and I see your luck increasing. I feel that there's some things that bring you on the forefront of change, and I see you out and about being recognized as some kind of leader in your community for some of you, or you could be getting more involved in community service groups and projects, and getting acknowledged and recognized for it, because I see some of you Virgos getting involved in things like that. Because you also possess a real strong leadership quality about you right now. If you have any matrimonial squabbles, I feel that they will be settled. And if you were in any kind of matrimonial, like getting divorced, I feel that it will be finished this month. So I get squabbles being solved, but I also get, divorces becoming final if you were going through a divorce. So that's what came up for you for this mid-month of February Psychic Tarot update, Virgo. I hope it helped you. Now to see what's going on with Libra. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Libra, is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card to me usually symbolizes when a situation is coming up for judgment. It's usually a particular situation that would be like, how does it all affect us? How does it affect everyone in the story? What's the proclamation? What's the word? What's the outcome? What's the final judgment? I feel that Libras have been on a kind of emotional roller coaster. You may have been feeling like this month of February is like pulling your emotions through a knothole or being on some kind of roller coaster. I feel like you feel ill at ease in some ways, and I feel that you're not totally comfortable in your surroundings in some way, and you may not like some of the people that you're dealing with or some things that people are saying, because I get you out of sorts about things like that. I see you feeling very sore, tired, and exhausted. Some of you, this could be just from working out and exercising or doing things outside, like, chores and household work, or maybe you're just not feeling well, because I get you feeling sore, out of sorts, and achy. You may be having back pain in your upper to middle back, because I'm picking up pain and tightness, and in my shoulder, my left shoulder, and on my left shoulder blade, I'm picking that up there as well. Some of you may be putting entire family matters on the table, up for family discussion, and having things revisited or reworked. You could have a roundtable discussion with family members, and I'm not sure what it is you're working out, but it's like something brought up for discussion and it's reworked, and it's some plan or agreement or something about your family that needs to be discussed, and I see you doing that with quite a few people sitting around a table. I hear everybody has their own opinions and ideas. That's happening here at this table, at this meeting. If there's a job or a situation that you are at cross purposes with, I feel you dumping it and leaving it. So if there's some situation going on around in your life, no matter what it is, and you feel like out of sorts about it, and it's been causing you heartache or nightmares or too much stress and aggravation, I feel you will end up dumping it and leaving it. That's the messages that are coming up here through this Judgment card. So now to look at your next card, you have the Queen of Swords, which could be you, Libra, because this is a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Don't be thrown that it's a queen, because men can also come up as queens. So you might be showing up here in your reading. I feel some of you may feel like a lot of dirty work and details have been handed over to you, and you might be disgusted with that or feeling ill-used. I see you being like, why do I have to do all the dirty work or all the grunt work or have to deal with all these details? I see you not liking that. I see that some of you don't like some kind of situation that's going on in front of you, and I feel some of you wish somebody would come to the rescue and quit this situation or stop it for you or save the day, because I get you looking at something where you feel like, I don't like what I'm dealing with or looking at, and I want somebody to come in and solve this or save me, either one or both. I do see you making some kind of plans this month, and also compromising on some details. And I feel you leaving something behind, getting rid of something you don't want anymore. It could be a relationship or a situation or even things. And I see you like being done with it, like you're over it. You want to leave it behind now. So that could be actually physical, tangible things or a situation, circumstance, or relationship. I feel like you're worrying constantly about something, and I feel that this is making you lose weight, and it may also be affecting your sugar in your blood, or could be affecting you where you don't want to eat, so therefore you're getting a lot thinner because I see your diet being affected. So please try not to worry, Libra. I feel like you've got some concerns and worries. I'm not saying there hasn't been good things that have been going for you. I feel that there is and has been. But right now I see you in like a weird spot. Now that's probably going to change. So tune into the beginning of March to see what transpires there in the longer reading. So hopefully that this made sense to you or helped you. If it didn't, watch your rising sign and your moon sign. So now on to the sign of Scorpio. The first of the two cards that come up for you, Scorpio, you have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is a card to me that symbolizes an earth sign, an air sign. The Knight of Swords is an air sign, male or female, and this would either be a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I feel like there's a lot of gossip and talk, like swirling around you. I feel like some of you are stepping in and outside of the box and in and outside of your comfort zone. And you could be being told what to do by someone, like a boss or someone that you don't really like or don't respect and don't want to hear it from them. But I get it's weird. Like I'm getting you stepping in and out of some kind of box. I do see you seeing this person as a challenge, and I feel that you are going round and round with them. You could be having crosswords or arguments with them. I do feel that they frustrate you and make you mad and possibly make you feel like they drive you crazy. I feel this Knight of Swords is always on the go, always on the move. And I don't feel he wants to really sit down and listen. If he's somebody that you need to be telling something to, like a son or a daughter or, a grandson or granddaughter or an employee or a coworker, I just get he doesn't want to listen. I don't feel he wants to sit down, sit still, or listen to what you have to say. I do feel for some of you it could also be a romantic partner, because I do feel he wants you to be in cahoots with him and to like jump on a board and get on board with what he's doing or saying. And I feel like at times you want to, but sometimes I feel you're very annoyed and frustrated and aggravated by this Knight. So you have a real like tempestuous, tumultuous connection, I feel. At times I feel like it's absolutely stunningly great, but other times I feel like you could throttle the neck of this Knight of Swords because you get so frustrated. That's the feeling I get here. I do feel if you have harbor any judgments or grievances with each other, that it will be getting put out on the table, out in the air. It's going to come out and be, talked about and worked out. So I don't feel you parting ways or ditching or, not dealing with this Knight of Swords, but I do feel right at the moment you may find them frustrating and aggravating. And I know this happens more than once. So you have a card that is insisted on coming up here, and I cut the shuffles out of this reading this time because it's very long to upload to YouTube because it's usually over an hour. And so you're not seeing me how much I'm shuffling these cards. I'm putting them through the incense smoke and clearing them many times. And here you have the Two of Pentacles like so many of the other signs. And Two of Pentacles is having to make a decision or a choice between two things. It could involve money. There is emotions tied up in this decision or a choice. It could be about choice between two jobs, two lovers, two ways of doing things. It could be about two investments or two choices of, something. It can also mean weighing your options. I feel that if you employ anybody, there's somebody you're going to be relieving of their duties. And I feel that you're going to take over doing something yourself that somebody you're letting go is doing. Now, that's maybe not going to make sense to all of you, but you have to think on that one. If you're the one that's getting pushed out the door and someone's making you feel unwanted or unloved, I feel you're going to turn around and really let them have it. I feel you could be really getting into an argument with somebody, and I see you putting your foot down and not standing for it if somebody's doing that to you. If they hurt you, if you feel hurt by what they're doing, they need to look out, because I feel like when you get hurt, you get mad. It's one of the reactions I say. I'm not saying you don't feel blue or sad or cry, but I see one of your reactions you go to is anger. I do see you pulling in all your concentration and all your efforts this year and focus onto something that you're going to be doing that's going to be making you money. So I do see some lucrative money ideas and deals cooking up around you this year because of what you're going to generate in your mind and focus on. I see some of you are going to be giving money away to some people in your family. I see you having some making some investments. Some of you are going to be making investments in maybe some cheap investments that may have big payoffs, and then the money that you get, you turn around and share it and give it to others, like I see in your family. I feel family members. So I see you investing some money in some things that are like, it comes up as inexpensive or cheap investments that pay off in like a good way. And then when you get that money, you sharing it with others. So hopefully that made sense to you, Scorpios out there. Now on to Sagittarius. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Sagittarius, is Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes holding back negative forces, keeping them at bay. It can also indicate shutting the door on negativity. This could be negative communications or, you know, anything coming at you, negative words, anything, negative situations, communications. I feel for you working Sagittarians, there's some new people coming into your job or employment that is somehow going to be a benefit to you and a boost and a change to your finances. I do see you listening to and overhearing or being privy to conversations that are disturbing to you or unsettling. And I see you turning away from them and walking away from them and not getting yourself sucked into them or involved with that. So there's something you're going to overhear or hear or witness you're not going to want to be part of, and you're not going to want to hear. I feel like you're on like the cusp or precipice of a game changer, and that everything that's been going on has brought you right to this point in time now. And so whatever is going on right now is of like really big significance or has some real strong spiritual context or meaning to it. It's like a big deal. It may not look like a big deal, but somehow it's some kind of turning point, I feel. I do feel some of you are going to be reading somebody the Riot Act and take them out to task for something that they did that has wronged you or hurt you. This could be anybody. It could be a son or a daughter. It could be a sibling. It could be a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend. It doesn't matter who it is, because it could be, you are all different Sagittarians out there, but I see you feeling hurt by someone and letting them have it. I feel you're going to really give it to them. I do feel that eventually you're going to work things out with them in the future. So I don't feel that this is something that ends a relationship, but I see you letting somebody know how you felt that they've treated you and how unfair or how it's hurt you. So the next card you have in your reading today, this card has repeatedly shown up too, and I shuffled these cards many, many times and put them through incense, so I'm not just, little shuffles here. You have the Four of Pentacles. This has come up a lot today for the other signs too. And Four of Pentacles is the Miser card. It's a card that means holding on protectively to your finances or holding on protectively to things that you have, like that you see value in. It can also be holding on protectively to finance, to emotions as well. It's a card that can indicate financial success coming to you in the future. It's possible with this card. I feel like you're going to be adorning yourself with riches. I see you stylizing your hair differently, your appearance. I see you doing beautifications and treatments, spa treatments, getting your hair dyed or highlighted or changed, getting massages, pedicures. I don't know. I see you pampering yourself. I see you really taking care of yourself. Maybe you feel like you hadn't done that for a while, but I do see you being good to yourself in that way, and which is very good, Sagittarius. You do need that. You need that kind of pampering. Everybody does, to boost up their self-esteem and make them feel good and give their ego a boost. I do feel some of you are going to be going away and traveling, but I don't feel that this traveling is on top of you right now. I feel it circles around more during the time periods of May, June, July, or August. That's when I see it coming up more strongly. I also see some of you Sagittarians releasing funds for something, paying for something. This could be buying a motorcycle, paying off a car loan, or paying for classes, like a student loan, or releasing funds to somebody who needs the money to pay for those things. So I do see you releasing funds to someone. Any organizational or management changes that are going on around you will really end up benefiting you and be for the better, but I don't see you either receiving the benefits of it or it not changing yet. I get the period of time of 4 to 6 months. So I see for some reason in 4 to 6 months, you will see the benefit of that at that time. I do see some of you Sagittarians are getting ready to start up leading the charge in some new form of business or enterprise comes up here as well. So hopefully those messages made sense to you, Sagittarius. If they did not, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign and stay tuned in March to see what messages come up for you in the longer readings at the beginning of the month. Now on to see what's going on with Capricorn. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Capricorn, you have Four of Cups. And Four of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes overanalyzing, going within, worrying, looking back on the past, ruminating, pulling at straws. You might not be recognizing blessings that God's giving you or paying attention to the signs that are coming at you. This card can also mean that. I feel there's somebody that wants to see you, and I hear it's like they're trying to decide what to do about you or what to do in regard to you. You may have the feeling of like you're being spied on or around every corner, like someone lurking around every corner and watching you. You may have the feeling like, maybe this is at work and bosses are watching you and you feel like, am I being reviewed? Am I being analyzed at my job? Because I do get you feeling like the sense like you're being watched or kept tabs on. It doesn't necessarily mean it's in a bad way. This could be maybe they want to give you a promotion, but I just see you having that feeling. I do feel you Capricorns are so driven to succeed that I feel that you have almost like too much on your plate, more than you're really able to handle. This is really causing you a lot of stress and strain. And if you're married or coupled with a serious partner, I feel it's putting strain on your relationship or marriage in some way. If you've been in an unhealthy, unhappy relationship for the past 7 years, 7 or 8 years, but 7 comes up more strongly, I feel that you will be walking away from it. Now, this could be a relationship of love, but it could also be a relationship of a friendship or even a job relationship. Like maybe your relationship with your work has been unhealthy and you're going to walk away from that. Whatever this is, it's something that's an unhealthy relationship that you're going to be walking out of. But that's not that's not huge. That's not going to make sense for all. It's not going to cover all you Capricorns, but it is coming up here. I do feel that you have some real comings and goings of somebody, or maybe more than one person that is bugging you or begging you, pleading with you, or trying to get you to do something. You may be feeling like you're being used or taken advantage of, or where there's always somebody asking you for something. They want something from you. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? And I feel like this is taking a toll on you. It's emotionally draining you. And I feel like it's almost like psychologically draining you as well, where you feel like it's like you're getting pulled in a direction, different directions, and I feel like you don't like it. So the next card that comes up here for you, Capricorn, in this reading today for the mid-month of February 2016, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this could be you because the Knight of Pentacles is an earth sign person. This would be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Knights can be male or female in general readings. I feel like you're very conscious right now of not wanting to feel like you're a cranky old shoe, and you want to feel like you have the light and brightness in your step and happiness. I see you concerned about, having that light feeling of happiness. I feel you really being concerned about not being treated right, because I see you, I don't want to get treated like that anymore. I don't want to get treated like that, like not wanting to put up with something. I also feel some of you may have a difficult or tenuous living situation, and this could be making you feel sad and upset about that, because I feel some of you may want to get out of your living situation. Like something's going on, it's making you feel uncomfortable, or you're not feeling sad, like you're not feeling happy. It's making you feel sad about what's going on. So I feel some of you are really having a difficult situation with that, but that's not going to apply to all of you. I feel like, wow, this has come up a lot today with different signs. I feel that you don't want your reputation sullied or tarnished. And I feel you're very conscious about what people say about you and what kind of light they say it in. And I see there is some gossiping and conspiring going on around you. And you may have felt like somebody has said something negative about you to a higher up, or said something negative that makes you feel like you got thrown under the bus. Because I do see you very concerned and worried that there isn't people saying negative things. You don't want people saying negative things about you or putting you in a bad light. I actually feel like you don't really need to worry about it too much, because I feel like you've got the brain power, the ability, and the smarts to outsmart everyone there anyway. So you could easily take your ball and go home and start your own business, or start some other kind of new situation or enterprise, or get a job elsewhere, and they'd be hard pressed to replace you. So I really don't feel like you have to worry, because I do feel like your ability to remain strong and outsmart other people in a working environment and situation around you. So I don't see it of a major concern for you. This, even though this is coming up, it may sound negative. I feel it's not really going to be overly a concern to you moving forward. So I hope that helped you. Now on to Aquarius. And the first card you have that shows up here today, Aquarius, is the Three of Rods. And the Three of Rods is a card to me that symbolizes success. This is you waiting for success to come in. And it could also mean you letting something go so success can come to you. And either way, success is coming to you nonetheless. I feel some of you are going to be working on some kind of contract, deal, or arrangement. I feel this thing, whatever it is going to lead to bigger and better deals for you and more things to come. It's just like a segue or a stepping stone. I do see that you're going to be always on the move, and I also pick up a lot of changes to your diet and also to your exercise regime or exercise program. I feel in your past you may have gotten into some kind of ticklish situations or had troubles, and those issues and situations was too much time wasted. So I feel like now you're really making up for lost time, where maybe things that are happening for you now really should have happened for you much sooner. but you got over some of those issues and you got out of your own way, and now you're making some headway. And I see the words motivation and feeling and seeing that you're moving forward in some well thought out, interesting or prominent and interesting direction. And I do feel that everything happens for a reason, and I really see you starting to save money. Save money, saving your money for a rainy day, my guides are saying. So you're really going to start to be thinking, being mindful about your retirement, if you have kids, saving money for your kids, and what your picture will look like for your financial future. I see you putting a lot of thought and energy into that. I feel that if you've been married or in a serious relationship, any strain or stress that you felt from that relationship, whether you're still with the partner or you're not, really took a lot of strain and toll on you. And I feel that you're starting to recover and recuperate from that, regain your forces, your strengths, your energy. It's coming back now. So anything that was dissipated or lost with you over those kind of struggles are on the uprise to be healed and rejuvenated. I do feel that I feel like you're going to start to feel good about yourself. I do. I feel that things are going to be, you may have a lot of things on your plate in one regard, but I also see you in another regard relaxing and enjoying yourself. So I see like a mixed bag. Part of me sees you stressed out, not stressed, but like a lot on your plate and working a lot. And then the other part of me, I see this side of you where you get to rest and relax and enjoy yourself more than maybe you have in the past. So that's also coming up here in this card. So your other card here of the two, you have the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Pages can be children, but pages can also be adults, and they can be male or female. I feel that this water sign person that you're dealing with, they have a lot of things going on with them. I see they're in a interesting turning point of a position. So you need to be cautious and judicious about the words you use when you deal with them, because I feel they have some semblance of a rebellious streak, or a combative stance that can run through them at times. But I feel there's a whole bunch of things that are going on with them right now. I do not feel like this water sign person here for you is feeling like really grounded and solid. I don't feel that about them. So in your communications and dealing with this water sign person, be very careful of your words and use your words sparingly and kindly. Try not to be in attack mode or get into vicious or bickering arguments with them, because this will backfire and you will end up paying the price for it, even if you are right and correct about what you're saying to them. It will not work out in your favor, so you have to use your words carefully now. You may feel like you have some stress and strain with your relationship with this water sign person, and that you may feel very uncertain and ungrounded about which direction it's going in, or you may feel uncomfortable about it, because I feel like a lot of stress and strain here, and they've been making you feel wary and cautious. I don't feel like, this may not make sense to all of you. Maybe you have someone in your life, whether it be a significant other or a relative, family member, child, whoever, that you feel totally comfortable with. But I'm talking about right now in this mid-month of February, I'm picking up you feeling very unstable, unsure, kind of tenuous, a little not certain about what this Page of Cups is all about right now, and what's going on in their inner workings in their mind, and how to deal with them. So I would just deal with them cautiously right now. So I know that's a little confusing. So if you don't feel like those messages made sense to you, Aquarius, please watch your rising sign and your moon sign. And also check out in the beginning of March, because those readings are longer and maybe those messages will clear this up or make more sense to you. This is just an update. So now to see what is going on with Pisces. And the first of the two cards I got for you, Pisces, for this mid-month of February 2016, this fell out of the deck. You have the Death card. And the Death card is a card to me that symbolizes transformation. This is something ending so something new can begin. I do feel you are currently going through a transition period, a change, an osmosis, they say. I do feel in some regard you're tired of getting the bum's rush and the runaround. I feel for some of you, Pisces, you may be feeling like people are putting you off or giving you the runaround. And I feel that this could be, you know, getting you aggravated or concerned or annoyed. I see that. I feel that too much time has been spent. You've got to cut your losses and recuperate any losses and get on with it. Move on with something. So any failures or rejections or losses that you have to contend with or deal with, it's like I get like, okay, no time to ruminate and fuss or worry about it. Keep rolling. Like now, time to keep moving. I feel some of you are going to have conferences and meetings with higher ups. I see you doing that. You may be planning to get out of Dodge on some kind of quick trip or travel plan. Maybe you're going to take a 3-day trip to the Bahamas or a short cruise somewhere, or just pick a destination and go for a few days for a little R&R. I do see for some of you a quick trip and travel plans happening soon, happening during this month. Whether you go this month or not, I'm not sure, but I see the plans happening. I feel you have a lot of stored up information in your brain and in your soul that's gotten quite jumbled up and bottled up. And I feel that you're going through a phase where you're sorting things out. This could be mental sorting, sorting things out and becoming more cognizant about particulars. Plans and details. I'm seeing you really delve into some subjects like fleshing out the details of things. If any of you are interested in counseling, you may be getting some kind of, therapy, talking to a social worker or a psychologist or a spiritual counselor, because I see some of you, I feel like you're trying to get things out of you that have caused you issue, that you've been holding on to. Maybe you're going to be doing some, getting some Reiki healing or some aura clearing and chakra balancing. It could be anything like that. But I do see you trying to get some things out of you that have been cause of concern for you, that have been bottled up inside your mind and kind of plaguing you a little bit. Any resistance that you've been posed with or opposition, I hear it's going to fall by the wayside and you're going to be able to triumph and move through. So anything that was being blocked or hindering your path of progress, I feel it moves forward now and you get the, go through. Green light to go through. So now here you are, Page of Cups. I'm sure it's you. This showed up for Aquarius, and here you are again. Page of Cups is a water sign person. This would either be a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Pages can be adults or children, and sometimes they can be either male or female. I do feel you mulling over in your mind. I see you having a lot of stress and struggle, questioning in your mind, rolling things over in your head, wondering about a current position that you're in, kind of and I hear like turning of events is also going on. I feel like you actually have a lot going on in February. I hear it's also a time of highlighting your ideals and putting plans into action. I do see you releasing a lot of pent-up frustration this month, and I see you cutting through some real dense situations like a hot like a hot knife through butter. I just see you cutting right through something. So I feel like any challenges you face this month, you will be tackling them and moving through them with ease. I do feel some of you Pisces may be feeling a little lonely, but I see you holding steadfast and holding firm to your ground. I do feel some of you may be missing someone, missing a partner, or wishing that you had a partner, because both things come up, missing one or wishing you had one. And I do feel this is just a matter of time. I feel that the general message here for you is you need to stop worrying about things so much and the details and learn to relax and release control a little bit and go with the flow. Now, maybe some of you Pisces are like, what's she talking about? I'm like that anyway. But I feel there's many of you Pisces that are not like that or not feeling that way right now. And I feel that you're going to see that the universe is going to bring you a lot of diverse blessings as soon as you loosen the grip of control and stop putting out so much energy of worry and fear, and also concern about what others' opinions may be about you, and releasing that out of your life. And then some things are going to really start easing up and moving forward for you really well. But this month of February is a little bit of a tricky month. It was a little unusual. So I hope those messages made sense to you, Pisces. And if you feel like they did not, please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign and stay tuned for the beginning of March readings. So I hope these readings were of help to you, and I certainly hope they made sense. I want to thank you so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe. That way you will get notified when I post my monthly Psychic Tarot readings and my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates. Also, please be sure to follow me on Facebook. I do post things there daily that you won't be able to see here. I do put up predictions, pull cards, write different things there. Sometimes there's videos. So please be sure to check that out at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook. I'd also like to remind you, if you're interested in getting the Love Connections and Directions psychic reading for your sign for 2016, please click on the link below that will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for those videos for download and purchase. You can also access those videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, clicking on Videos tab on my menu, going to page 4, and there you will see the links for each sign. If you click on your link, it will take you to those Vimeo videos on demand page for the Love, Connections, and Directions psychic reading for 2016, where I used 3 cards from the Robin Wood Tarot deck, 1 card from the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and also looked into my crystal. Each video is approximately 20 minutes long. I also would like to add here, if you ever have any issues with any videos that I have put on my Vimeo on demand pages, any problems with your purchase, please be sure to contact Vimeo directly at support@vimeo.com. I have no access to your personal accounts or information, so therefore I am unable to troubleshoot any problems that you may have. So you need to please contact them. They are hosting the videos. They get a percentage of every video that I sell, and they're the only ones that have access to your accounts. So if you have any issues, please be sure to contact them. As I said in the beginning of the video, and I would like to repeat it here, I'm very appreciative and thankful and grateful for you all that have purchased my videos and supported me with that. It means a lot to me, and you sent me some really wonderful emails and comments about the videos and how much you're enjoying them, and I truly appreciate that. So thank you so much for that. I want to also wish you happy Valentine's Day. I do wish that all of the signs have an absolutely great rest of the month of February, and know that I wish you Many blessings and peace.